it's a 5-0. I shouldn't have smoked so much weed. I shouldn't have done so much blow. Oh, don't you know sometimes? Oh, don't you know sometimes? That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Oh no, look in the mirror, it's a stranger looking back at me. Room to room on the Titanic, rocking the high seas. Don't you know sometimes? Don't you know sometimes? And the pressure gets too much, and I hear the sirens call. Say maybe just one more time. They say maybe just one more time. That's how I roll. Oh, Christina, oh, don't you know sometimes? 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 That the pressure gets too much, and I hear the sirens call. Say maybe just one more time. Say maybe just one more time. Oh, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Father always said you never say never, someone never say never again. I say never again. My father always said you never say never, someone never say never again. I say never again. I say never again.
Amateur hour over here.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Now it's working. They could hear you, but they couldn't hear me. There it is. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the DoJRP LiveLE. My name is Travis. I am your host. Joining me inside the studio, Adam S., Highway Sergeant. How's it going, Adam?
How we doing, guys?
You know, I like that you put your name first on this list. You just want to be the first person, huh?
Of course,
I
of
should
course.
have realized that. Also, we got...
I'm on the top of like every channel.
Yeah, sure, all right. Well, that's because it's A for Adam.
Uh-huh.
And then we also have Kaylee, who is a senior corporal for the LSPD. How's it going, Kaylee?
I'm doing good, T-Bone. How are you doing?
Yes, God, this is going to be a long stream.
There it is.
I'm doing all right. Second to last but not least, James K., the Highway Lieutenant. How's it going, James?
Doing well, doing well. Glad to finally be here. Been busy for the past few weeks, but I'm back. Yay.
Awesome. Good to have you back. Shout out to both Adam and James for the year. They both had, let's see, 3 months in a row now for both of them. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate that. You influence.
Anytime.
That does not work, John. So you just keep that up and it's just not going to work. Off to the side, even though he's currently on his union mandated break, we do have Nathan, who is the fire captain, Again, he's off on his break here for right now. He'll be back here in a moment when he starts eating, or I guess finishes eating. But that answers that question. With that being said, looks like James, because we don't have any highway or any BCSO staff, looks like James is responding to something. We have the Highway Patrol airship up in the air, as well as James on the right-hand side. So Highway Patrol definitely showing up for this stream. Let's swap over to Jamie and ride along with him to listen to what he's going to and where they're going, I guess.
Copy, south on Maria. Patrol Condor.
Gonna be refueling, will be en route once we're done.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Still southbound Cackle Ave.
Copy, southbound Cackle.
Going westbound US Route 68, passing the Yellow Jack.
Copy, passing the Yellow Jack.
Really good. To dispatch.
Go.
You can show that scene code for all units back to 1 Charlie given.
Ruin 2, be advised, there's no running effect.
My apologies.
Still going westbound US Route 68, passing the 24/7.
Hard copy.
He's gonna be making a right on Joshua. He just wrecked.
Copy, right on Joshua.
He wrecked really hard. He's off his bike. We get medical started. Joshua Road, US Route 68. Got pulse 227.
Ever. Stand by for medic. Fire Control Squad 20 out of Station 2. Fire Control Squad 20 out of Station 2. It's gonna be Joshua Road. Closest pulse is gonna be 227. Repeat 227 Joshua Road. Suspect has flew off motorcycle at this time. Can have your round 008 unknown injuries.
10-4 Squad 20 will be en route.
User joined your channel.
Just. It's so hard.
Sierra 27.
Go. Go ahead.
27, 22.
Killing 861. He routes another unit for traffic control for Route 68 approach across the Joshua Road.
Yeah, 10-4. Control 5 Delta 394.
Good.
Can I have your route that way, Joshua, for traffic control, please, sir? 009.
10-4, you show me in a row.
Clear, thank you.
Killing 861 is advising for Joshua Road crossing Route 68 1 times 1015. You can lift the air. Killing 861.
Units 861, 10-4, I copy. Units be advised 100 lifted 010.
User disconnected from your channel.
DPS 8 to 6, 10-8 in jurisdiction.
Copy, I'll show you 10 in jurisdiction.
Squad 20 dispatch.
Squad 20.
Be advised,
User
I'll be
joined your
1023.
channel.
Copy, show you on scene 010.
2 ball 164 and 10 in jurisdiction.
Ball 164, I copy. Show you 10 jurisdiction 010. You're clear.
Yeah, he hit. Yeah, he kind of like clipped this sign and hit the stop sign.
Okay.
Man,
been
I
probably
just
about
saw
50.
you, dude. I was at the gas station.
Yeah. Right now,
Tango 31.
he has a couple of minor. Hold on.
31.
He has
10,
some
11
minor
right.
bleeding or some bleeding on the knees and elbows, and a minor cut.
Tango 31, send it.
Okay.
It's gonna be at 294 Alhambra Drive at the sheriff station. It's gonna be on a red 4-door SUV.
User left your channel.
It's gonna be occupied as 1. Suspect has stepped out of the vehicle. Vehicle
gonna-
show 32.
Hey,
We'll be
sir,
better off blocking this part of traffic.
can you walk?
I mean, I can try, but you might have
If
to
you
help
have to
me get
lean on
up.
me, we're gonna walk over the sidewalk.
Casualty Charlie 295.
Go for 295.
295, can I have you en route to the Alhambra Drive? Closest post is going to be 294, repeat 294 Alhambra Drive.
Alright.
We're going to traffic stop 32.
Hey, could you get this road blocked off? Because I don't think I can
295
move
en
this.
route.
Alright, stop trying to move.
Clear, thank you. You need to be advised, supposed to be out of channel this afternoon.
User joined your channel.
Man, I'm feeling too good.
Tango 22, good sir.
User left your channel.
Ma'am, move along. You gotta make a right here or go straight. No left turns. No left turns, man. Ma'am. Fast here 27. If you could route another 32 for traffic control to Route 68 and Joshua Road. 22. That one just pulled up.
Why do we do 4 10 23 traffic control on 68?
Here, if you could block off the lane here. Trooper. Trooper. Trooper.
Yo, what's up? I had to turn my voice audio up.
No worries. If you could just block the lane over here.
But this one or that one right?
This one right here, the northbound. Northbound Joshua
Alright.
there.
User joined your channel.
Supposed to be back in channel, you need to stand by 1.
Oh shit.
Hey, could somebody go in my ambulance and grab me a backboard so I can get a more
Control
comfortable?
to
Yeah.
full,
His legs are
164.
straight and everything. I don't want to move him without him being supported.
2 ball 164 good.
Sir, would you possibly be able to leave jurisdiction for another call assignment? I have no HP available.
10-4.
Copy, sir. It's going to be up there in the county. Can I have your route to Sonora Road? It's going to be closest postal. 541, repeat 541 Sonora Road. It's going to be Whiskey Mike, black clothing with a black Explorer. It's going to be, now one reporting party states that he's spray painting on his property.
There you
Can I have
go.
your route 0015.
10-497.
Alright, thanks.
Thank you.
Oh,
Controls
man.
go to channel once again for now 1.
User left your channel.
Something tells me we're gonna have a fire soon.
Yeah.
What the fuck
User
is
joined your
going
channel.
Just back in channel standby. Any highway units or sheriff units are available to possibly head up there or leave their current call. I need you to advise currently.
5027.
5 Victor 422. Just getting my car loaded up.
Clear, 027. I'm gonna need you en route. Gonna be a code 3 response. Sonora Road, closest postal 541.
I think he's using shot because I
It's reporting party is currently stating that he's currently about to get burned alive and he's hogtied to a vehicle. Can I have your route code 32016, please?
2 ball 164. I'm
let's
stepping
get him
up. Trooper.
transported if he wants to.
164, I
Hey, sir,
copy. Thank you, sir.
can you try and
Hey, who's this PD supervisor right here?
It was me. I code 0. So, but
Okay.
I bet.
The other unit that advised he's just loading his car up and he'll be today. Go ahead and advise your identifier again, please.
5 Victor 422.
422, I copy. Go ahead and advise when you're Center 41, get 10 sir.
DPS 22 Victor Control.
Go.
Show me active BSO enforcement unit.
All right. There we go. All right, so we are coming back inside the studio. Well, it looks like we have multiple units converging on a possible, another situation. We saw that 1080 did end up in a 1050, which is 1080 vehicle pursuit, ended up in some sort of crash. How's it going, Kristen? How's it going, Roadrunner? How's it? Oh God, Roadrunner. Dad, I'm not Dad. If anything, Darian is Dad. I'm not Dad. Looks like we have one of our Port Authority guys up in the county as well, and their highway air unit hopefully will be overhead here in a moment. I believe Byron is the first officer, the tactical first officer for this one. Is this one on one server only, or are you guys watching multiple patrols? Funny, right now we're on one server. Funny. Once we start expanding a little more and have more staff, we might be able to do multiple servers, but right now it's a lot easier to coordinate on one server. All right, you're right about that. Hi, Travis. I like the headset. I mean, the headset's been the same, I think. I haven't changed it in a little while. Brzezinski, thank you very much. How's it going? How's it going? We'll give the shout-outs real quick because I don't think these were playing previously, so there we go once they load up. Thank you very much. Blue Storm Vids. We got James for Costman's Corner. TSW Podcast. Thank you all very much for the Prime sub. Sammy rated us, and he also subscribed 7 months in a row, Sammy, with Prime. Thank you very much. Looks like James is on a scene with a downed farmer. And it looks like Ian. Did I say James? I think it's James. Did I get it wrong? I don't know.
Jamie and Ian.
I keep on getting it. Yeah, it's Jamie and Ian. Looks like they're both on the same scene out in the county here. Let's swap over to them, and we actually have an airship overhead as well. Let's swap over to them and see how that dialogue is going.
Coach 5 Delta 394. What's your status of call number 63223?
They're going to be on scene. They're preparing to transport the individual.
Clear, thank you.
User disconnected from your channel.
Five 27.
27.
Stand by. Five 27. Go ahead and 1022 the scene here. Charlie out of Victor, I had to leave.
Copy. Sure, so would you like me to just mark all units on that scene tonight?
Affirm.
I copy.
Damn,
came out to the county from there. All to that scene that are currently out of jurisdiction, go ahead and return yourself. 10-8, return to jurisdiction, please.
Yeah. Oh well.
Alrighty, well.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Control Tango 31.
All right, that happens occasionally, obviously. From time to time, Kaylee was mentioning that she does that. You know, she drives past people all the time, and, you know, especially when they're locals, and they go decide to help out the locals, because you have to do that occasionally, right? Right, Kaylee?
Yeah, of course. All the time.
She had to think about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's not really, it's not one of those things you always, like, memorize.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really happen to me, but, like...
Oh, you've just been there when it happens, is what you're saying.
I could see people laying down on the side of the road, you know, wanting to help them. But I'm not that person. I don't do that. I don't help anyone. I only help myself.
User was moved to your channel.
Honestly, I'm the same way, to be honest.
Good to know, T-Bone.
You're not gonna stop with the names, are you, Kaylee? You just love pushing. You're that person that, like, you push a button, and then when you realize that button, like, does something that you don't, it's not supposed to do, you just push the button harder and harder and just dig in there.
I hate it when that happens, and I cannot relate. So.
All right, that's you, 100%. I'll take the compliment, by the way, Kaylee. I appreciate that. Let's see, why are they going back 10-8? Kristen, I think they decided and really realized that it was a alpha item. Let's see, it looks like a crazy patrol tonight. Wish the sheriff's office could be there, but they're having a meeting. Yeah, I know, right, Benjamin? 100%. That's the sheriff's office right there, always slacking off, scheduling their meeting when LiveLE happens. I don't know. Forever says, I would love to see an SRU helicopter scene. I love how that pilot flies. You know, honestly, Adam has a lot of experience, right? I believe he's usually hanging outside of the helicopter, Adam, right? Am I right?
Yeah. If he's referring to what happened last week, yes, that was me. That was hanging outside of the helicopter, taking the sniper shots on the suspect who's involved in a bank robbery. Once we got word that he was surprised to have a hostage, I was overhead and provided cover for units and took out that suspect.
And before the stream, actually, Adam sent me a clip that he made of something similar to what he did. You know, honestly, we should just call Adam the sharpshooter from the skies, right? Sky sharpshooter.
I mean, if we're allowed, I would definitely love to put that in the chat here.
You know, actually, let's showcase it on the stream. How does that sound?
That I like that.
All right, give me a second. Let me go ahead and do this.
I'd say you're more like a pizza box, Adam, to be honest with you. Not really. I want
a pizza box.
Why is a sharpshooter? Yeah, I'd say pizza box. Do you shoot pizza box in the range? For like grass week?
Sure.
Yeah. Right on.
But they have pizzas in them.
Yeah.
Makes it a little messy.
Yeah.
It's that pink mist. It's that pink mist that comes out from the sauce.
Yeah. It's like a rifle badge in the Marine Corps.
All right.
Like the worst one.
Bear with me 1 second. We're just creating a new thing that I never actually had to do before, but that's fine because Adam's special and we like to make him happy, right? Adam?
Aww.
All right.
You're so kind.
You know me. You know me. Here we go. We're gonna do that. Right. Make it that one. Here we go. All right, so we'll transition over here. This is this is what I think Adam sent us from, when was it, Adam?
This was several months ago.
All right, so here you go. This is Adam inside of the SRU helicopter. Apparently you guys can't hear it. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust that. I think that's system. Here we go.
Aspen, one down.
Where? In Toledo, at the
copy, one down.
Aspen, 2 down.
You can definitely tell, you know, he's really excited about getting both of those suspects down and being able to neutralize that situation. Adam, what led up to that?
Doing an employer postal to be possibly 285 301. I copy. Unit that just called in, no shots fired. Going to shoot and fire against her. I apologize. Fine, everything out far. Yeah, clear.
Oh, apparently, hey Adam. Hey, yeah, Adam. You've been talking for no reason. Let me fix that, and then. Oh my God, Travis just loves breaking things. It's perfectly fine. All right, try again.
All right.
There we
Hopefully
go.
y'all can hear me this time.
It's working now. Round 2, Adam. Round 2. We'll make this work one way or another.
So that was a scene where the 2 suspects had killed 2 of our officers in Sandy Shores. We had been chasing them for a little while, and they had shown no hostility towards pursuing officers. However, once they got to Toledo, they started opening fire on the public at passing cars. This puts the public at risk of great bodily harm and or death, which gave us authorization to take shots in the vehicle. I had shot several times at the engine block, which did nothing because, 2-3 rounds from that distance kind of just dinged off the hood like they were nothing. So I was able to get on target of the person in the back, take him out. Once I did, it spooked the driver to get out and start running, which was obviously a bad move on his part.
And what gun were you using in that circumstance? Because that seemed like it was a little faster than like an M16.
Yes, that was actually it was a carbine rifle Mark II. So the mechanisms inside that weapon are just a little bit faster. It is the full automatic version, and it still shoots the same caliber round though, which is a .223 round.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who, having seen that clip, is reminded of the scene from Full Metal Jacket with the helicopter.
User was moved to your channel.
Yeah.
So
I could see that.
If you're thinking about joining and you're like, wow, SRU is my thing, definitely feel free to apply because SRU gets a lot of fun toys.
Yes, we do.
Right now it looks like a little bit of a lull time, actually, from what I'm seeing. Byron is flying around there in... did the names get changed for all the air units? Are they just, is it just highway air now is what it is?
They tried. But unfortunately, it was not feasible for the names that they tried to assign us, so they reverted back to original names. The helicopter that Byron is flying in now is called Condor. It's our HP Pavehawk that we use mainly for search and rescue. However, we do bring it out on regular patrols just to kind of showcase our helicopters.
Didn't we recently change all the call signs on the helicopters?
We did not. They tried.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been so busy working, I haven't kept keeping up to, so that got backed out.
Yes, they tried, and about 30 minutes afterwards, they reverted back due to the confusion of dispatchers and all that, not knowing a lot of things. So they reverted back.
Okay. I must have missed that thing. Okay, good to know.
Someone says let's follow Condor, so let's ride along with them. We'll even give you a little bit of their audio in the meantime here. But we will still continue to talk because Travis loves talking, and they're not doing a whole lot right now anyways. So let's give you a little bit of that chopper audio in the background, just enough that you guys can hear the chopper, and then probably them talking. Occasionally you might be able to hear the conversation that you have between the tactical first officers and the actual captain of the aircraft. Someone was asking if Jamie on the right hand side was AFK, and I'm sure he wasn't. He might have been running radar in that area. He must also have been doing paperwork that we might not be able to see, just depending on how the situation goes. Certain people obviously have different duties. He actually is a master sergeant, which means he is a staff member, so he might have had to tab out for another staff-related reason. Kaylee's been awfully quiet so far, but that's perfectly fine. She's getting ready for leg day. Have you had your pre-workout yet so far, Kaylee?
No. Have not.
That sounded like a no. Maybe I should though.
No, I don't do pre-workout.
I remember Nathan messaging me about 25 minutes or 20 minutes before we started, saying specifically, I'll be gone for 20 minutes. And it's been like half an hour since the stream started. He's just not here.
Way to go, Nathan.
That's our fire captain for us, Nathan. If he's watching the stream, he's gonna be like, oh crap, I'm still muted. Condor is a pretty good looking helicopter. I think Darian, before he stopped streaming, right before we started streaming, actually about 3 minutes beforehand, he was flying around in Condor as well. So definitely showcasing that highway patrol strength today. Not only do we have 2 highway patrol officers, not only we have Byron and we have Jamie, and then Ian representing the LSPD. Kaylee was gonna get in server, but I told her we'd much rather have her in the studio so that it wasn't just a testosterone fest. We needed some needed a female's
Well,
mind.
I wouldn't be a
Female
testosterone fest 'cause
companionship.
You were there.
No, we don't say anything about companionship, Adam. She's a cop. All right. She's been in SID before. She'll bust your.
Uh-oh. IA, don't come after me, IA.
Well, you're saying testosterone fest, but you guys are. I'd say the opposite of that. Especially you, T-Bone. I mean, like, come on.
All right. Okay.
What do you got?
Jesus.
When's the last time you went to the gym? Like 2014?
It's
Do you even know what like fucking flies are?
It's true. All right. 7:32 our time here right now in the Central Time Zone. Still looking at. There's not a whole lot going on. Jamie is in that Charger. Looks like Ian is in the Tahoe. And obviously we have Byron up there in Condor, over by the military base up there, up in Blaine County,
which happens to be our base of operations out here in San Andreas.
If it's a black screen for you guys, feel free to refresh, because on my end it's not black, and I'm watching the stream as well.
Working fine here too.
One of our staff members here inside the studio mentioned that they're switching from Condor to Apex. Could you kind of explain the difference there, Adam, or Jamie? Or James? Not Jamie.
I forget because I have not flown the aircraft in so long. So Adam, you want to?
Yeah. So Condor, like I said earlier, is our SAHP Pavehawk, and Apex is our SAHP Delphine. It's the same one at the in the real world that the Coast Guard uses. It's the real sleek looking one, and we use that also for search and rescue purposes. It's a very fast helicopter. It can get real low to the ground. And it's just a better looking helicopter. It's a lot quicker than Condor. In fact, we have a nickname within San Andreas for Condor. We call it the Flying Tank.
It does look like a flying tank.
Yes. This is the helicopter we use when there are very high priority situations where suspects may be shooting at the helicopter. And Condor is the only helicopter that can take those shots without doing much damage to it because it is an armored helicopter. Whereas Apex and Estrella, which is our normal day-to-day operation helicopter, once those are shot at or take any kind of shots, they have to make an emergency landing. Condor is also the helicopter we use in very terrible weather.
And obviously, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Adam. Go ahead.
And Apex is used during lighter weather. During a thunderstorm, not so much. But if it's raining or something like that, then we'll switch over to Apex rather than Estrella because it can handle the weather just a little bit better.
And what we're watching right now, if I'm not mistaken, is Byron is going ahead and doing the pre-flight for that helicopter.
Yes, he is walking around. He's making sure everything's good. He's making sure that the rotors are free of any damage. The outside frame has no damage on it. All the windows are intact. All the equipment is good. And once he completes his pre-flight check, they will go ahead and get in and lift off.
Is there any special airspace things that kind of need to be taking place when the Highway Patrol or even any law enforcement agency here in DOJ want to take off and land? Is there requests that need to be done, or are pilots listening to ATC? Is there ATC, anything like that?
ATC is very quiet within San Andreas. We usually only have 1 or 2 helicopters, and if we do, or any kind of planes like that, then we're always within communication with them in a special channel. Obviously we have our police radio, and then we have the air traffic control channel, which is what all of the helicopters and planes communicate on. For airspace, yes. Unless we are landing or taking off from Fort Zancudo, we cannot fly over it. Bolingbrook Penitentiary, obviously, they don't want anybody flying over all of their prisoners. Sandy Airfield, any active runways, we are not allowed to fly over. That's all restricted airspace unless you have permission from ATC to go ahead and either take off or land from there.
Real quick shout out to some of the people that have followed us since we obviously been swapping around. We have the Parent Helper, Puppy, Forever GZ, Dallas, Brushinsky, Senior Op 3, Brian S. Man, good luck changing that name when you get promoted. J Music Addict looks like, and DJ High. Thank you guys all very much for the follow. We appreciate that. We're in a little bit of a lull time right now. It looks like all the civilians are probably coopering up for either a bigger scene or scenario. Looks like it's just kind of a slow time for right now, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Kaylee really enjoys when it's slow. She gets to watch a lot of Netflix on the MDT. Is that right, Kaylee?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do. I've been watching Stranger Things recently. Shitty Wi-Fi sometimes though, but I mean, it's not bad.
Real life fire asks, is ATC like another dispatcher, or how does someone get ATC, Adam?
So yeah, ATC is a completely separate channel from our regular RTO. We actually have a channel called SAFA, which is San Andreas Flight Authority. And anytime we have multiple aircraft, then we'll have the first officer or co-pilot in that channel communicating with SAFA.
Yeah, we used to have it as an actual dispatch certification for ETC, but it's since gone away again. Now it's basically best analog is CTAF, Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, where the aircraft just talk to each other, declare their intentions, maintain their own separation. But as far as an actual air traffic controller, that is no longer in place.
And there is actually a script that we have come up with when we do go active. If you give me just 1 second, I can bring it up for you.
How's it going, Dan Westy? Influence too high, double. Chat's popping off. Taking a look, it looks like Apex is still flying up ahead. We have Jamie just on Panorama coming up to Joshua right now over by Sandy Shores, and it looks like we have Ian parked up there. I want to say he's up near the hills in Vinewood. So plenty of people here waiting for the bad guys to do something bad so they can go catch them. How's it going, DJ High? Welcome to the chat.
So for those of you who are wondering what we say on the SAFA channel when we go active, here's just a little script of what we say. It says, show San Andreas Highway Patrol Apex in service for all zones San Andreas. Registration number November 117 Hotel Papa, operating Mike Hotel 65 Charlie airframe. Persons on board, 2 personnel on board, 5 November. Your unit number, which would be obviously whatever unit number they are flying, and who the TFO is. Full mission capable, including FLIR and ALS, operating San Andreas Highway Patrol out of Fort Zancudo Air Force Base, will be placed on +1 hours. No special remarks. Available for attaching at your discretion.
There you
So
go.
that's kind of the script that we read when we go 10-8 within the SAFA channel.
The first time I've heard this as AD, I was so confused.
Well, that's why it's within the SAFA channel, because to our other fellow pilots, they understand all of that.
I am an actual student pilot in real life, so a lot of that, obviously, yeah, most of it made sense for the most part, such as the remarks, obviously the airframe, all that kind of stuff. That sounds really complicated, and it really isn't too complicated if you really think about it. He said his call sign, where he's based out of, what he's capable of, where he's going to be, how long it's good for. It's kind of like the who, what, when, where, whys of aerospace. So it sounds confusing until you kind of understand and you break it down. You understand why you're saying it rather than just saying it, and it makes a lot more sense in the end. Influence says, Travis, what happens when you're away during a showtime on a flight? I'll take. Okay, all right. We'll figure that out some other time. All right. Jeez.
So you're a student pilot?
Yeah, I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got an aviation contract for the Marine Corps. Once I get out of TBS, I'll be going to flight school.
That's awesome, Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you were in the Marines, Kaylee.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what?
Yeah.
Kaylee's a Marine?
More you know.
Phi.
More you know.
Sorry, T-Bone. I should have told you that earlier.
I can't believe that. Honestly, my brother-in-law is in the Marines, so I respect
Really?
Marines. Yeah, my brother-in-law is a Marine. He's in infantry though.
What's
so.
his
I don't know what his
infantry? He's in 03.
Yeah, he's reserve infantry.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what his MOS is.
Oh, so you know what MOS means and all that then?
Oh yeah, I know what MOS means. I know quite a few different things that I probably shouldn't know. He's got plenty of funny stories from boot camp and I forget what the training is after that. Not the MCRD, but the other one.
Tech school.
SOI.
SOI, yeah. SOI, yep, SOI. He said there's plenty of stories at the SOI. May I ask why the Master Sergeant has blue Xeon headlights? Well, it may look like that from our perspective, depending on his graphics pack, but I bet you he probably doesn't have them on, Christian.
Yeah, he's got a crazy graphics pack. He was telling me earlier.
Obviously, every graphics pack that you see up here, anyone could have fine-tuned their own graphics pack to suit their own personal needs. Everyone has their own personal one that they choose. I have one that I choose. I don't know if any other people use it or not. Got word that the area might be heading out to the Redwoods light racetrack. I can't talk, so let's ride along with them and let's listen to their communications as to why they're riding along out there.
I copy, showing you on a 1011-756 San Andreas Avenue on a white two-door sports car.
Let me get overhead, drop down about 190 because it's a dip in the elevation here. Sounds good. Start a orbit, 190 should be good for this. I'll run this plate whenever it's coming back. Not stalling, that's good.
David 1004 to the medical units responding to the 1050 vehicle upside down. Right. I believe I just heard your sirens. Are you attempting to locate?
10-4, where are you guys inside the track?
Stand by.
Apex to that medical unit, we're going to be orbiting pretty much right above them. They're going to be pretty much directly on 16, just north of 169 inside the Redwood racetrack. Probably be easier for it to come on Chaparral Drive at 369 and make it way northbound.
Everything if I'm gonna go in and come out so you can see my vehicle and follow me back in.
Ambulance 2, I see you guys. Be advised, it's hard to get up there.
Ladder 116.
Ambulance 216.
keep this orbit. It's perfect. How's our fuel looking like?
We're right under half. A little under half.
Keeping 205 kg deployed.
Copy 2 Lincoln 205.
We got one at gunpoint. We've also got a gentleman on top of the roof throwing balls at us from 756.
I copy you. Code 4 at this time, or do you need additionals?
If you could get us an additional or two to check the area for the guy on the roof. It's a Whiskey Mike wearing a white shirt, dark pants, and like a fancy vest.
I wonder if she got injured from a crash, or if she got attacked by an animal.
205. Yeah, the 71 on scene.
Could have been both.
Negative.
Yeah, that's true.
Dispatch, show me around that way for 71. Copy 2 Lincoln 24. Control to 2 Lincoln 304.
2 Lincoln 304, send it.
2 Lincoln 304, if I can also have you respond to 756 San Andreas Avenue for a 1032 request.
A from 97.
I didn't see anybody else in the area. It's just her here, pretty much. I don't think she hit anybody else. Must have just wrecked it, just whipping it inside the racetrack or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Total 11 for you when ready.
You can send it, sir.
It's going to be westbound Bay City Ave on a black.
Our low fuel light's gonna turn on in a bit here.
Alright, we can break off.
We're at about a quarter.
No additionals needed.
Yeah, we're good to break off. They definitely don't need medevac if they've been handling it this long.
10 11 6 7 8 8 Avenue on a black 4-door S.
I was just worried that it could have been a mountain lion attack based on the description of injuries, and those can be pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Ambulance 2 dispatch.
Ambulance 2 go.
Can you get a trauma room ready for the left?
I copy, I'll call them now.
To Lincoln 304 to control.
2 Lincoln 304, send up.
Okay, we got clearance for
Hey,
pad
friends,
1.
I'm going to be 23 on scene. Apparently there's going to be an individual on top of a roof. He's going to be throwing rocks or baseballs at us. I'm going to be checking it out.
Which pad?
I copy, sir.
Pad 1. It's going to be the northern pad, or the left one if you're facing it.
You guys lead route to the hospital right now.
They've got no other airspace.
I copy,
aircraft in the airspace, so we're good.
5 Tango 523 go.
Show me out on that 578 Popular Street on a red motorcycle. Get more time.
Copy, showing on a 1011 Alpha 578 Popular Street in a red motorcycle, occupied times 1 to 13.
Go ahead and F6 fix it, because it's kind of glitching into the ground, making noises.
5 X-ray 252 again. I'll be chased 1041 active investigation. I copy 1041 Penny, active investigation, talk to control.
Still doing it.
Ladder 1. Ladder 1, got them. Should we clear up the unconscious female in back at service turn the quarters? I copy, showing you clear off of call number 632.
So not legit. I wish they would fix this.
Swinging 2-4 jet, motorbike unit,
not for
device
you,
subject
but
seems
for
like
you.
he was going around to the back of the building.
Yeah, do we have a stowaway out back? What's going on back there? Oh, now it stopped. Alright. I got a possessed helicopter.
Bye, David 394 control.
5 David 394 again.
I believe this call 63232 is going to be clear.
I copy, showing call number 63232, clear.
10-5, 10-8.
You missed a spot right there. You missed one. How many birds did you have on the way in here, man? There's crap all over the window.
5 Tango 523 again.
Keep her clean.
All right, we're back inside the studio. Just because the air unit looks like they're polishing it up, they got to make sure it looks nice and shiny. Obviously, we have to keep that thing in tip-top shape, right, Adam?
Absolutely. Take care of it, it'll take care of you.
And I mean, James, coming from the staff side of the Highway Patrol, do you know how many helicopters you guys have in your inventory available for, you know, your aerial, I guess, units?
That's actually a better question for the Baco guys, but we do have enough that obviously is a major line item on the budget, so we do have enough to keep them functional. Even while we have to take some out of service to do, 100-hour inspections, overhauls when we really have to. Some of them get up there in age, we have to kind of age them out. But we do have enough to keep the fleet supplied and always capable of going in operation as needed without us being down. Every now and then we might be down one helicopter or so, but all in all, we have enough that we are not, so undermanned in terms of equipment that we can't operate. It becomes a manpower issue before it becomes an equipment issue.
Someone asked what my rank is in DOJ and what do I do to help out. Well, you see this. This is something I do every Monday and Friday. Usually, is at least as much as I can, pending any kind of last-minute unforeseen acts. But I do LiveLE. As Influence mentioned, I'm also like a liaison between head administration and a couple other people, as well as I manage the TeamSpeak. So I'm kind of like the administrator for TeamSpeak to make sure that everything runs smoothly. There's no permissions issues, and anything that needs to be fixed gets taken care of in a timely manner. That's what I do. Actually, Adam, what's your rank?
I am a sergeant within the San Andreas Highway Patrol.
And I guess what else within your sergeant duties do you do for the Highway Patrol? Are you a supervisor for any subdivisions?
Yes. I am a supervisor for the Bureau of Professional Standards. That is our training division within San Andreas, continuing training within the Highway Patrol. We make sure that our troopers are getting continuous training. We have our initial training, which is the police academy. Then while you're out on the job, we have these other things we go over. We go over high intensity situations. We go over advanced pursuit tactics. We go over we have an advanced evoc course that we do. Use of force training. That's always a big thing with any department is use of force. So we have a class specifically just for use of force. And I am also an assistant team leader for Team 5 within the Highway Patrol.
Awesome.
We assign, because we have so many members in the Highway Patrol, we assign them to different teams. We have 6 teams, and our Team 6 is all of our reserves, and then our auxiliary. troopers, and then Team 5, 4, 3, 2, and those are anywhere from probationary troopers to senior troopers, and then Team 1 consists of all the master troopers and chief master troopers.
We're going to pause for 1 second. It looks like Ian is going code 2 to something. We'll go swap over to him and see what he's going to right along with it, and hearing his audio and his video and his all that kind of good stuff. Let's ride along with Ian.
For all units driving on scene, give perimeter start please on the south side as well as west side.
5027, can you advise if they're automatic shots or semi?
Appear to be automatic.
I think it has the statistics in advance. Copy 5 Tango 523.
Could be a mess stage. We have an officer down. I'm hit once in the chest.
5027 to scene command. Would you like us to?
Yeah, 10-4, let's get SRU out here. We got some units pinned down and we got constant shots.
Copy en route.
2 Lincoln 2-4 to the units on the west side. If you, or correction, on the east side, if you can back away.
Can't find my
try to
uniform
back away right
light.
now.
I know, right?
Control to all units, be advised, this is 0057 Zulu. Level 2 all call has been initiated to 756 San Andreas Avenue for 2 officers
Hey,
down.
put that in my mini-map, 756. Able risk is of Ocean Street.
Copy, Able. 5027, show me activating Saber 30.
Should be marked right now.
Copy, Saber 30.
I think they advised they got shots fired. I don't think anybody's down now.
Yeah. Saber 32 to be activating activation. I copy, Saber 32.
Ambulance to dispatch.
Ambulance to again.
Did you put out a staging location for us yet or no?
I did not, sir. Stand by, I'll get you on. Effects of Saber 32, would you like a rapid transport on to the
Negative, stand by for now. SRU's not on location yet.
Able control.
Able, go.
Able, can we get a description of the suspect what you're looking for?
Copy. The description I have right now is a Whiskey Mike, white shirt, dark pants, wearing a vest. I have no other 43.
2 Lincoln 2-4 break. I'm running through Legion Square right now. Got a person description running through Legion Square.
Legion Square, right behind us. Let's see something.
I got nothing in regards to visual, so I'm just gonna circle. Two uses.
Yeah, I got you. One second. Yeah, I'm checking for him. Hey, we're looking forward to the location. Stand by.
2 Lincoln 2-4, he went into the tunnel by Legion Square. Is that little tunnel?
Little tunnel.
Yeah, directly, let's see.
Oh, underneath there.
Yeah, it's gonna be directly on Strawberry Avenue, right there, yep. Hey, boys, this vehicle, come in.
2 Lincoln 2-4, got a subject just ran us over, got close to run us over. He took off, left known and sports car eastward.
I will be advised if you're tracking that vehicle this time. Come out and a lot.
2 Lincoln 2-4 for notice dispatch. I have shot about 4
I got visual on
rounds.
them.
Yeah, he just went underneath. I got nothing.
Yeah, I see. Hey, will be advised that vehicle just ran over officers, went into the parking garage at 826 Capitol Boulevard, 826 Capitol Boulevard. We lost visual.
I copy, and I get some units to head over to 826 Capitol Boulevard, 826. My units be advised 0100, Zulu 700 now, effect.
God, I gotta work on my circling with Abel. I'm better with Dolphin. Shit.
Control the ambulance to ladder 1, advise CAD for staging location.
Hey, we just had a motorcycle coming here as well.
826 in the parking garage. I believe the vehicle is abandoned. I need a unit to move up.
No, that was a Mary.
Saber 32 all units at the parking garage. Go ahead and get a perimeter, and we'll await SRU.
Once again, let's go ahead and get a perimeter on all 4 sides of the parking garage and await SRU.
5 Tango 523, I'm transporting 2 Lincoln 205 to Pillbox Medical. Gonna let the trauma center. 3 times GSWs to the chat.
2 Lincoln 221, was that 826 was the postal?
I already switched it.
Hey, from Able 826 Capitol Boulevard and able to SRU.
Saber 32 by.
Check, Saber 32, be advised. Hey, we're receiving a heat signature in the parking garage on the west side of the building. We got a stationary heat signature.
Apex to Able, be advised, we're on standby and available for us if you need us.
Check on the information, appreciate you.
Deputy uniform in area.
Gotta figure out where the hell I need to go. I think I'll go to Mission Row.
Saber 32 to the air unit. Do you have visual or just a heat signature?
Negative, no visual. We just have a heat signature to be showing the west side of the building at the time. That's all we have.
Clear. Control, if you go ahead and start getting units set up on all 4 sides of the parking garage. 2-4, I'm going to be on the ground right now. I got units all around the parking garage. Got perimeter waiting for SRU. I copy, sir.
Enable all cars down the scene to be providing us with a perimeter. Be advised, there's a auto shop that's being in a gated area that he can also run into that area as well. He's going to be showing just right there in that general area. He's covered up by something. I don't know if it's a building or stuff debris.
If you know, I'll check that area as well.
Yeah, I need to get something out on radio for my half.
Check it. We can just have a car just stationary. So I really appreciate it. Inside the actual gated area. What'd you say there, Ian?
I need to get something out on the radio for myself because I need to see if Apex can fly in inclement weather. It's hella foggy.
Oh shit. I mean,
Able to Apex.
Afraid.
Levi, sir, are you able to fly in inclement weather?
Yes, sir.
10-4, we're gonna have to break due to heavy fog. Just advise when you're near the area, we'll break up.
Copy, open run.
Saber 32 and Saber 30 are on location. If we go ahead and start killing some lights. Jamie, I can't see nothing.
Apex are ground units, it's where is this parking garage? Is it 756 or 826?
826, sorry.
You're gonna have to take command on this because I can't see nothing.
Able to Saber 32?
Go for Saber 30.
Correction, Saber 30. Be advised, our heat signature that we're showing is going to be in the alleyway just west of 826, in between the parking garage and the auto shop. We have an individual who's going to land on the ground. I believe he tried to jump on the parking garage and he just fell down.
Copy that. Dispatch, show Saber 30 taking TAC command.
I copy Saber 30. Lincoln 242 SRU, be advised for your 43, there's an alleyway entrance right where we are. It's going to be on the south side at 826 on Capitol Boulevard. There's an entrance into the alley.
Copy, I have an entrance here.
Check, enable to SRU and Lincoln 2. That's going to be the correct alleyway. Should be somewhere there laying down.
Wait, once again, units, if we go ahead and start cutting lights and sirens, please.
Units with the officer down, be advised. I have medic stage. When you're code 4 the officer down, call for the medics to roll in.
There we go, I got my textures back.
Abel, can you guide us in?
Check, Apex. You right there, Apex?
Apex overhead. Standby, we might, think we got his location. He's going to be running southbound Little Bighorn Avenue 826, 811. Looks like some kind of weapon in his hand coming up behind officers. Or is that an officer? My apologies, that's an officer, hard to tell. 22.
Alright, has he cleared the structure yet?
Apex, do you have any heat signatures in the parking structure?
Stand by. Negative this time. The only one I have That's close by. It's in an alleyway. Looks to be south of 826. On the
Hey, what's going on? I was 10-6 and I just got put on the call like when I was gone.
Alright, we have 2 officers down. It turned out to be a suspect on the roof throwing stuff, then it turned into 2 officers down. Now it's all calls.
Let's get to the roof.
Saber 30, be advised, got eyes. He just ran on top of the building towards Little Bighorn.
Up there. Where did you run to?
Flight Tango 523, I got him. He's running southbound Little Bighorn in the gated area, AGL reserves. I think he's on
Where
the
is
side.
it?
I'm getting text or loss, so I can't really tell. Yes, he's in the streets, crossing Capitol. Hopping a wall, otherwise, panache, plow, pender.
Doing a 2-4 got him back in the alleyway. Officers are chasing.
Copy from somebody.
Heading south, Roy Lowenstein.
Copy, Roy Lowenstein, southbound.
I'm driving with no textures right now.
221 taser deployed, successful.
Copy, taser deployment.
Victor 422. We got the subject detained. We'll have him in cuffs here momentarily.
Apex officers, watch your crossfire.
I can't see.
5027 22.
Control to any unit. Do you know the location?
Don't come any closer.
Hey, drop the gun.
I have
He's standing
lethal.
up gun.
Units watch crossfire.
Man, I don't want to go to jail,
5
man.
Victor 422.
Hey, you don't have to do this.
One more.
Sir, this is.
Am I gonna go to jail?
Sir, I'm with the San Andreas Strategic.
Oh, stop yourself.
Yep, I
5027, be advised, I got one down. Self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. If you could roll in EMS, we're securing him now.
Units, let's still move in. Let's secure the weapon. Get him in cuffs.
I got him cuffed.
Can unit advise 20 of the subject down?
The nearest postal is going to be 827 in an alleyway. He shot himself in the head. He's gonna be down, I think.
Everything if we're gonna be South Innocence Boulevard at that postal that the last unit called.
Copy, standby. Control to ambulance to ladder 1.
Yeah, what's up?
Me?
Ambulance too.
All right, back inside the studio here. Obviously, that is not the outcome that we wanted to see in that situation. That person did end up taking their own life. It's unfortunate they felt that that was the only out they had available to themselves. Nathan, is there anything you can actually do when someone shoots kind of point blank like that when it comes to the fire side of things?
Generally, no. Self-inflicted gunshot wounds at point-blank range are very devastating, and I mean sometimes there is a slight chance, depending on how they shoot themselves, if maybe they don't exactly shoot themselves like square in the noggin, or depending on the situation. I mean, there's a case file from a long time ago where basically there's this guy that got basically a section of railroad tie. It went through his whole entire head, but he actually survived it. Now obviously something like that, it causes a lot more, like, it's not just like a clean shot, it like causes a lot of other damage as well, so chances are very, very slim, next to nil.
Obviously, Adam, James, and Kaylee, we were all watching inside the studio here, and we were realizing how stressful the situation was. You could see, the I guess, moreover, the secure way. I'm trying to think. The tactics is the word I was trying to think of that Jamie had to kind of incorporate to just clear that area because they didn't actually know where that suspect was. Kaylee, I believe you're in SRU, correct?
Yes, I'm in SRU.
And I believe Adam, I know Adam is because he shoots from helicopters, and I believe James, you are as well, correct?
Hey, Furman, I have my sniper and helicopter certs.
Perfect. Yeah. So obviously we were all watching, and we were noticing just, like I said, the tactics that were involved to be able to even find that suspect. Like I said, it's unfortunate that he decided to take his own life With that being said, that is going to do it for this episode of DoJRP LiveLE. Be sure to tune in on Friday. We're going to be rating one of our studio staff members here in DOJ. It's not a DOJ media member, but feel free to give him some love. With that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Oh no, look in the mirror, it's a 5-0. I shouldn't have smoked so much weed. I shouldn't have done so much blow. Oh, don't you know sometimes? Oh, don't you know sometimes? That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Oh no, look in the mirror, it's a stranger looking back at me. Room to room on the Titanic, rocking the high seas. Don't you know sometimes? Don't you know sometimes? When the pressure gets too much, and I hear the sirens call, say maybe just one more time. Say maybe just one more time. That's how I roll. Oh, Christina, oh, don't you know sometimes? 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 That the pressure gets too much, and I hear the sirens call, say maybe just one more time. Say maybe just one more time. Oh, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Oh, say to never say never, someone never say never again. Say never again. Father always said to never say never, someone never say never again. Say never again. Say never